Have you ever felt like the universe is trying to show you something? Like a higher force is placing signs in your path, pointing towards someone special who stirs every part of you. If this intense connection intrigues you, then you need to subscribe to the channel now. Here, I help you understand these spiritual messages and discover if the man who won't leave your thoughts is truly your twin flame. It's no coincidence you're hearing this right now. Deep down, you feel this connection isn't just any connection. There's something in him that activates parts of you didn't even know existed. A mirror, an energy that ignites, a mix of comfort and challenge. This isn't just passion, it's a spiritual journey that transforms. You know that look that pierces through you, as if he can see your soul? That's one of the deepest signs. It's like you recognize each other without ever having met. A memory without logic, a familiarity you can't explain. Only those who live it, feel it. Maybe you've tried to ignore it, move on, but there's always something pulling you back to him. Even with distance, with silence, with time passing, the connection stays alive. This intensity doesn't fade. It insists. It calls to you. He brings out your best and your worst. He pushes you to grow, to look within, to heal old wounds. It's not easy. Sometimes it hurts. But something in you knows this encounter wasn't by chance. The universe sends people with purpose. And when it's your twin flame, that purpose is evolution. You might doubt it, wonder if you're imagining things. But the signs repeat. Numbers appear frequently, vivid dreams of him, unbelievable coincidences, and an intuition louder than reason. It's like everything is saying, pay attention. He shows up in your life at the moment you're ready. Ready to love truly, but mostly ready to meet yourself. The twin flame journey begins within you. And he is the mirror that reveals your deepest truths. Often, this relationship doesn't begin smoothly. There are separations, misalignments, confusion. But it's all part of the process. This isn't about a fairy tale, it's about transformation. He's here to break patterns and push you toward your essence. You feel peace when you're together, even if the world is falling apart. It's like nothing else matters in that moment. And when he leaves, the emptiness is so deep, it feels like a part of you went with him. That's not ordinary. That's a soul connection. Maybe no one understands. Maybe your friends say he's just another guy. But inside, something screams that it's different. You try to explain it, but there are no words that can express what you feel. Because what you're living with him is something only those who feel it can know. You start seeing signs in everything. Songs that describe exactly what you're going through, words from strangers that hit your soul, sudden sensations that connect you to him. The universe speaks in mysterious but constant ways. Even during times of separation, you feel his presence. You dream about him, feel his energy, notice changes in yourself that seem tied to what he's going through. There's a strong energetic bond, as if one is living inside the other. This connection isn't about control or attachment. It's about liberation. He shows you, without even trying, what you need to heal. And you do the same for him. It's an intense exchange, often silent, but deeply transformative. You find yourself thinking about him at the most random times. As if he's with you, even when he's not. It's like your souls are whispering to each other all the time. That's not madness. That's a soul tie. Maybe you've tried walking away, giving up, convincing yourself it's better to let go. But the feeling returns with full force, like a wave pulling you back into this deep, unknown ocean. The connection doesn't break. It only transforms. You felt more spiritually connected since he appeared. You start seeking answers, understanding signs, feeling like you're awakening. He didn't just bring love, he brought a calling. A new path, a more authentic one. If all this is happening to you, don't ignore it. These signs are not random. And you're not alone on this journey. Many other women are waking up to this intense and divine connection. And this channel is here to guide you. Now, it's time to take action. If you saw yourself in these words, subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find answers, support, and messages that will touch your soul. It's your space for connection, understanding, and healing. The twin flame isn't just about the other person, it's about you. Your awakening, your evolution, your courage to live something most won't understand. But you do. Deep down, you always knew this was real. So take a deep breath. Trust. And allow yourself to live this journey with awareness. The connection the universe brought you has a purpose. And you are ready to discover what it is. I'll be waiting for you on the channel. Let's walk this path together. You might be wondering why this connection feels so different from anything you've ever experienced. It's not just emotional, it's energetic, spiritual, and deeply aligned with something greater than yourself. That's the magic of a true soul bond. It defies logic. And yet, it feels more real than anything your mind could ever explain. When you're near him, even in silence, there's a powerful exchange happening. You don't need to say a word. Your energy speaks for you. He feels your emotions without you expressing them. You sense his mood before he even opens his mouth. That's not ordinary. That's divine alignment. You may notice that time feels strange around him. Minutes feel like hours, and hours feel like seconds. You lose track of reality because your souls exist beyond it. Being with him feels like stepping into a different realm where nothing else matters but the present moment with him. There's also a raw vulnerability that only he triggers. You feel safe enough to be fully yourself, but exposed enough to feel scared. He sees through your defenses, straight into your soul. And even when it's uncomfortable, a part of you wants him to keep looking, because it feels like home. This connection will challenge your patience like never before. One moment you feel completely seen, the next you feel pushed away. But it's in these push and pull moments that your growth begins. You start to learn the difference between fear-based attachment and true soul love. You'll notice that your intuition sharpens. Your inner voice gets louder when it comes to him. You can feel his energy shift from miles away. Sometimes you hear his thoughts before he speaks them. And even when he's silent, your soul knows exactly what he's trying to say. There are moments when you'll feel like you're losing yourself in this connection. But you're not losing, you're transforming. The version of you that once settled for less is being stripped away. He didn't come to complete you. He came to awaken you. This awakening can be painful. It can bring up every wound you've tried to bury. But through this, you gain clarity. You begin to understand who you truly are, what you truly want, and what you will never settle for again. He mirrors your darkness so you can find your light. You might find that you can't explain this connection to anyone around you. Friends might not get it. Family might be confused. But your soul isn't confused. Your soul recognizes him. And that recognition is enough to keep you holding on, even when the world says to let go. Often, you'll feel him thinking of you. Out of nowhere, you get a rush of emotion, a smile, a tear, a sudden peace. That's the energy exchange between twin flames. It's not bound by physical presence. It's soul communication, and it's real. Sometimes he triggers your deepest insecurities, but it's not to hurt you. It's to show you what still needs healing. He reveals the parts of you that are afraid to be loved. And in facing that fear, you discover a deeper self-love you never knew was possible. There will be times when you crave answers. You'll search for signs, for clarity, for anything that explains why this feels so intense. But the truth is, the answers aren't outside of you. They're within. The signs you seek are guiding you back to yourself. You'll notice how you've changed since meeting him. Your thoughts, your emotions, even your body may respond differently to the world. That's what happens when your soul recognizes its counterpart. Every part of you begins to shift into alignment with your true essence. This journey isn't always romantic. Sometimes it's silent. Sometimes it's distant. But even in the quiet, there's an undeniable bond holding everything together. It's a thread that can stretch but never break, a connection that never truly fades. You may feel called to do things you never considered before. New hobbies, spiritual practices, career changes, your soul starts expanding. Meeting him didn't just awaken your heart, it awakened your purpose. And now, everything feels more aligned than ever. In some moments, you'll question your sanity. How can someone affect you so deeply without trying? How can someone live in your mind and heart so effortlessly? But every time doubt creeps in, the universe sends another sign to remind you, this is real. You'll notice repeating numbers like 1111, 222, 333. Songs that play at the right time. Words you needed to hear showing up out of nowhere. These synchronicities aren't random. They are breadcrumbs, divine confirmations that you are on the right path. Sometimes, the most painful part is the silence between you. The not knowing. The waiting. But even in those silent spaces, your souls are still talking. Growth is still happening. The bond continues to deepen, even when it seems like nothing is moving. You may start to feel like you're becoming more of yourself every day. He's not here to define you, he's here to activate you. And the more you step into your power, the more your energy calls him into his. You rise, and through that rise, you call him home. And even now, you feel it, that soft ache in your chest, that magnetic pull in your gut, that voice in your soul whispering his name. It's not your imagination. It's your truth unfolding. The universe brought this connection into your life for a reason. There are moments when you'll catch yourself smiling out of nowhere, remembering the way he looked at you or how his presence shifted your energy without effort. These flashes don't fade with time, they become louder, more vibrant. It's as if the universe keeps replaying the moments that matter most to keep your heart open and aware. You might try to distract yourself, dive into work or routines, but he slips into your thoughts like a whisper. His energy lingers. Not as a memory, but as something still alive. You feel him even when you least expect it, in a scent, a song, a passing thought. That's how deeply souls intertwine. You've probably questioned, why now? Why would this connection appear when life was just starting to make sense again? But that's the thing, twin flames don't show up for comfort. They arrive to disrupt the illusion of normal and lead you into truth. Into love that changes everything. At times, the connection might feel too big to carry. You might even wish you'd never felt it. But deep down, you know you were meant to. Because without this, you wouldn't be evolving at the pace your soul craves. He's not just a person, he's your initiation into higher love. You begin to see how every past relationship was preparing you for this one. Every heartbreak, every lesson, every tear was clearing the way for something sacred. He may not have arrived in the way you imagined, but he showed up in the exact way your soul needed. Some nights, you'll feel his absence more than ever. Not because you need him, but because your soul remembers the depth. The electricity. The silence that said more than words. And even if you try to convince yourself it's over, your spirit knows otherwise. You may have tried comparing him to others, trying to convince yourself that someone else could replace him. But no matter who enters your life, no one mirrors you like he does. No one sees the parts of you you hide. No one calls your soul forward like he does. This journey will ask you to let go of control. To stop chasing, fixing, forcing. Twin flames don't respond to pressure, they respond to presence. To inner work. To alignment. The more you surrender to your own growth, the more the connection deepens. You'll notice how your dreams become more vivid. Sometimes, he visits you there, not just as a memory, but as a message. Conversations you've never had in waking life. Feelings you can't shake after opening your eyes. Your souls meet where time and logic don't exist. There will be times you sense him in pain, and you'll ache without knowing why. Your energies are intertwined. What he feels, you feel. What you heal, you help him heal. You're not imagining it. This is the sacred dance of soul reflection in motion. Every part of this connection leads you back to your own center. To your intuition. To your worth. He's not the destination, he's the mirror that shows you what already lives within you. The love, the wisdom, the power. All of it was yours to begin with. You'll start feeling less like you're waiting for something to happen, and more like you're preparing for something sacred. This isn't about chasing him, it's about becoming the version of you that your soul has always known you could be. You might notice your energy becoming more magnetic. People are drawn to you. Opportunities open. Synchronicities increase. That's what happens when you align with your soul's truth. Your light turns on, and the world starts responding differently. Sometimes, you'll feel an inner knowing that something is shifting, even if nothing has changed on the surface. You feel it in your body, in your energy. Like something is aligning behind the scenes. That's the silent magic of the twin flame path. He may not be saying what you want to hear right now. He may be distant, confused, or silent. But remember, his soul is feeling everything yours is. Even if his mind doesn't understand it yet, the connection is working on him too. Quietly. Powerfully. You may go through phases of doubt. Of wondering if you made it all up. But just when you question it, something happens that pulls you right back, a sign, a message, a feeling. The universe is consistent when something is real. And this is. You'll begin to realize that union doesn't always look the way you thought it would. It's not just about being with him. It's about becoming whole in yourself, so if and when union happens, it's sacred, not desperate. It's balanced. It's true. You'll crave moments of stillness more than ever. Time to listen to your heart. To feel your own energy. Because the more you know yourself, the clearer the connection becomes. The noise fades. And what's real stands unshaken. He may not understand what you feel yet. But that doesn't change what is. Twin flames awaken at their own pace. Some sooner, some later. But time doesn't matter when the connection exists beyond time. Trust your timing. Trust the journey. And even now, as you listen, a part of you feels a pull you can't explain. It's not just him you're drawn to, it's the truth behind the connection. The deeper purpose. The soul calling that says, this is only the beginning. You might start to notice how your energy rises and falls in waves, almost as if it's dancing with his. One day you feel full of light, the next you're heavy with emotion you can't name. That's the twin flame rhythm, two souls moving through healing, even when apart. It's not chaos. It's divine orchestration. There may be people who come into your life just to test this connection. They offer comfort, attention, even love. But deep within, you feel the difference. They don't spark your soul the same way. They don't challenge your spirit to grow. They aren't him, and your soul knows it. You'll find yourself drawn to spiritual practices you never considered before. Meditation, journaling, energy healing, all tools that help you navigate the twin flame path. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to forget. There will be times when your heart feels like it's breaking open. But it's not breaking to hurt you. It's breaking to release the fear, the doubt, the pain you've held for too long. He's the trigger, but the healing is yours. And every time you rise, your soul expands. You might wake up in the middle of the night feeling him, his thoughts, his fears, his love. It's not imagination. It's a soul bond that transcends time zones and silence. He doesn't have to speak for you to feel him. The connection is always alive, even when unspoken. As you evolve, you'll notice something beautiful. You stop needing confirmation. You stop needing him to say the words. Because your soul already knows. You trust the connection not because it's easy, but because it's undeniable. That knowing becomes your peace. You may even begin to thank the separation, because it gives you space to become. Space to reclaim your power. Space to discover that you are whole, with or without him. That doesn't make the love any less, it makes it stronger, deeper, and more sacred. There will be moments when you feel his pain as if it were your own. And though you can't fix it, your love reaches him. Without a word, without a touch, he feels the comfort of your energy. Because when souls are connected, love is never wasted, it's always received. You'll begin to notice how much more intuitive you've become. Your instincts sharpen. Your awareness deepens. You start to recognize what's real and what's just noise. The connection has activated something ancient within you, your inner guidance. And it never lies. People around you may not understand your quiet transformation, but that's okay. They weren't meant to walk this path. This journey isn't about validation. It's about soul truth. And when you choose to honor that truth, everything in your life starts to realign. The further you go, the more you understand, this isn't about a relationship, it's about rebirth. He came into your life to show you what love could really be. Not easy. Not ordinary. But transcendent. The kind of love that tears down your walls to rebuild something eternal. You'll notice how your heart begins to soften, not because it's naive, but because it's stronger now. Forgiveness becomes easier. Compassion flows naturally. Because you realize, he's not your enemy. He's your mirror. And healing him begins with healing yourself. Even when he's silent, the signs keep coming. A phrase on a billboard. A song on the radio. A dream that lingers all day. It's like the universe is constantly speaking the language of your connection, reminding you that this love is still unfolding, even when hidden. The idea of union will start to shift in your mind. It becomes less about being together physically and more about being aligned energetically. The true reunion happens within. The more you embody your truth, the closer your paths naturally draw toward each other. You might feel like your heart has stretched beyond its limits. But that's what love does when it's real, it expands you. Makes room for light and shadow. Teaches you how to love without needing, to give without losing, to trust without proof. There may be times when you feel him resisting the connection. Running from it. That's part of the dance. It's not rejection, it's fear. His soul recognizes the intensity too. And sometimes, the only way he knows how to cope is to pull away. But the connection remains. You'll come to see that not everyone gets this kind of love in their lifetime. It's rare. Sacred. Meant for the brave. And you, even in your doubt, are one of those brave souls. You were chosen for this path. And that's why it won't let you go. You may begin to feel more in tune with nature, with time, with the moon. Everything starts to feel connected. Because as your soul awakens, you see the magic in everything. The signs aren't just in him, they're in the world around you, calling you home. There will be a moment, quiet and unexpected, where you realize you no longer fear the unknown. You trust the unfolding. You're no longer waiting, you're preparing. And that shift changes everything. Because now you're living from alignment, not attachment. And even now, with your heart wide open and your soul quietly listening, you can feel it again, that pulse, that spark, that invisible thread between you and him, growing stronger with every breath you take. Thank you, truly, for allowing your heart to be here. For listening not just with your ears, but with your soul. If this message resonated with you, even in the smallest way, know that it was meant to find you. This journey is sacred, and you are not walking it alone. To confirm that you received this message and felt its truth, I invite you to comment or whisper to yourself the words, "Twin Flame of Love." That phrase is our signal, our soul's way of saying I see you. I feel it too. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. That small action connects you to a growing community of soul-aligned women just like you, ready to rise, to awaken, and to remember the truth of divine love. We're walking this path together. And your presence here matters more than you know.